This is the story of an elite sniper observation team and their platoon fighting an unpredictable Russian force. Milsim West, Return to Stavropol, is an immersive 40-hour continuous wargaming event held at Horseshoe Bend Ranch in Centerville, Washington. Participants must ruck everything into the field that they will need to survive a weekend of continuous fighting in the elements. In this series, an embedded combat reporter gives insight into what it's like to be a part of a top-tier fighting unit within the Milsim West wargaming universe. NATO troops assemble around their platoon commander, former 275 U.S. Army Ranger Avery Kerr, as he gives a briefing on tactical movements. Using ammunition bags and the earth as an ad hoc sand table, Kerr demonstrates squad and company movement, placing emphasis on the Russians' known tactics of flanking their enemies. These tactical briefings before action begins is often overlooked and can be the key element to winning the overall battle.
You're looking at your flanks to make sure that somebody doesn't come around and try and flank you, sneak up on you and zap your whole team, which is a very common tactic, which is flanking.
When an entire platoon or an entire company knows the battle plan, tactics, and how to stay ahead of the enemy, it can be the difference between an epic failure and an epic victory. Former Marine Corporal and combat veteran Chris Bast is leading a sniper observation team known as SNOT, along with Milsim West leadership veteran Spencer Wessels. Spencer is well-versed in land navigation and foot patrols, having led teams in dozens of hardcore 40-hour continuous Milsim events. The two discuss the evening strategy, as the SNOT patrol will be the first among their platoon to airdrop into the field.
All right, let's go. We gotta go.
Drop should be with recipes in there.
Once you're in your chalk order, drop rocks.
While there's still light out, NATO troops assemble their squads into a formation based on when they will be inserting into the field. Earlier in the day, guided by former Army jumpmasters, troops practice dry run jumps in order to master the complexities of riding in and jumping out of a moving vehicle while fully kitted out.
Can everyone see and hear me? Yeah. All right, guys. All right, so if you have a map or if you have any of the slides from the op-board downloaded on your phone, just go ahead and pull those out and follow along. Also have water with you and be sipping on that while I'm pitching this to you guys, okay? Everyone tracking that? Yeah.
Before making the jump into the field, troops gather for a company briefing led by NATO Commander Wyatt Hudson, a 175 Army Ranger and combat veteran. All players have received a detailed briefing prior to the event, but details are once again rehashed and re-emphasized to ensure that everyone knows the battle plan for this 40-hour continuous event. During all Milsim West wargames, strict light discipline is observed and enforced.
Line forward! Everybody just grab one and pass it down.
There you go.
Pick a side. Yeah, everyone's got to be like on one side or the other, so no one's going to be in the middle.
Let's step in the back. When I say sound off for equipment check, it's like the third or fourth command. Once you in the back are set, you're going to hit the person in front of you on the ass and say, okay. And when we get to the front, when you're in the front, you're going to say, all okay, jumpmaster, and hold your hand out, right? I'll fucking high-five you to let you know that we're good. And then once we get the door open and the red light's going to flash
load into trucks that will simulate a jump into a combat zone. Units must be ready to fight as soon as they hit the ground, so 30 players, wearing their combat loads and carrying their rucks, pile into the truck. Players form 2 lines of 15 persons each, with their rucks in the middle. They are lined up in the order that they will jump, so that squads can stick together on each drop. Anchor lines through the center and red lights on the side of the truck simulate the same environment that would be present on a C-130 filled with paratroopers. Each player holds a portion of the static line attached to D-rings on the anchor line. Jumpmasters stand at the front of the truck, controlling the door and leading commands for a safe troop jump. Serving as the jumpmasters are 2 combat veteran Army Rangers, Danny Hassell and Jim Hansen.
Keep your, basically lock your elbow at 90 degrees and keep your safety line steady in front of you. So like, in real life, there's a lot more going on, and what you really don't want is something getting snagged on something, so keeping control of like your reserve chute and your main static is incredibly important. Yeah, repeat the commands, give me good sound offs, and then listen to all your key leaders on the ground.
Air platoon, you ready? Yeah!
6 minutes!
Don't let everyone get sucked out. Walk. You guys ever heard of Omaha Beach?
Get to the shingle!
Oh, geez, boys, I sure don't have to face on today.
It is a reasonably long, crowded, bumpy ride to the drop zone, as troops help to stabilize each other through the turbulence, just as soldiers would be doing in a C-130. In this chalk, there will be 2 drop zones, one for the majority NATO element and another for the SNOT group. SNOT will be dropped in a remote drop zone with the purpose of establishing nighttime reconnaissance of the enemy forces in relation to the rest of the NATO element. The jump door rises, and the first chalk plunges into the darkness.
First, you stand in the door. Stand by for equipment check.
Stand by for equipment check!
Sound off and smack them on the ass from the rear. Hurry up, we're gonna run out of time. Oh shit. Here we go. Hold on, wait, stagger, go. Get off the fucking truck.
Let's go.
Oh, all right, go. Fucking hurt yourself.
Let's go, airborne, let's go!
Soon after, the SNOT squad reaches their DZ and jumps into the night.
Go! Go!
As the squads scramble through the night to rendezvous with their platoons, contact is made.
Sierra!
Hey, Drew, those guys over there are NATO.
Hey, watch it!
That's NATO.
As predicted in the briefing, a Russian flank has resulted in friendly fire and mass chaos. Eventually, NATO troops are able to rally and wipe out the Russian flank, eliminating the enemy and setting up a forward operating base.
Hey, start putting up security. Hey, 2-5, go ahead and start putting up security up here. Hey, move up.
The SNOT squad, along with Task Force Mayhem, establish a forward patrol base and plan for a dawn recon mission.
Hey, real quick, that's us on top of the hill, right?
Just before dawn, the sniper observation team assembles for their mission. The goal of the SNOT squad is to locate the enemy FOB, or forward operating base. To do so, they must move in the shadows along the outer edges of the AO in order to remain undetected.
It'll be us in the center. You guys take up the rear. Alright, let's go. Let's cross this opening quick.
Corporal Bast leads the recon team as they set off on what will be an arduous and dangerous mission.
We gotta go. We're moving. We ran into an enemy squad patrol. Moving this way.
Let's go.